in Glendale. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Yard line, 2nd and 9. This is Fant on the short completion. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you got to think about it, don't you?
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
I don't believe that that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just you mean because it's the opening drive, maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. B.J. Ojulari getting in there and dropping it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going back.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Seahawks send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, Larry. Larry. Empty.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Murray now to throw. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Murray off play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey McBride the target on that throw, but it's going to be second down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray finding his target. It's Trey McBride. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Here's Murray. Open man here is Benson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Sure.
Murray to air it out again. He's got his tight end. That's Ryman. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Benson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Devin Duvernay taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals are on the board here first in the season opener. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Kyler Murray scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. But he's not going to be able to get rid of it. He's going to be tackled behind the line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Now Murray. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Here's Murray from midfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Open man is Duvernay. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's complete left side to Gray. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Benson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey Benson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Looking to throw. On the slant, it's Fant. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Biggest.
Play fake. Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Throwing again, Murray. Forced out to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. To throw is Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Danny Gray, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 63 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Murray. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Benson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Danny Gray, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cards will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
It's hard to be surprised at the miss there with the way this first half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
A final shot before half for Murray. That's quickly out to Harrison. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Duvernay in motion. Here's Murray. And he fires one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On play action, it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Throwing now is Murray. Pass complete there to Harrison. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Murray now. Flushed out right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And that'll wind wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Murray going to fire one out wide. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Hey. Let's go. Hey.
Murray to air it out again. That's complete to McBride. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Going right back to Fant. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 14. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Walker now at 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd and 6. His pass caught at the 4. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to pick up a 1st down.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Another run here with Benson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On the handoff, Benson running right. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
Omaha. Buzz.
Duvernay in motion. Now Murray. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw, it's Murray. Short one here, caught by McBride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on third down tonight, they've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Touchdown, Cardinals! Trey McBride, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Smith and Jigba with a grab. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And that'll be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still